Yes, yes.
Yeah.
If you can speak about the first slide a little bit.
Yes, yes, I'll do that. I'll do that. Yeah. Good morning. Today, let's talk about purpose. Each one of us have our own unique purpose. How do you find that purpose? You may already know your purpose, or you may not know. In that case, let's try to find out that in this session. So purpose is the critical thing. If you can tune into your purpose and really align with that, setting goals so that your vision is an expression of that purpose, then life flows much more easily. So it's very important to find out our purpose, which could change slightly over a period, but at various point in time, it is important to find the purpose and then align everything else towards that so that our life flows very smoothly and we really achieve our purpose in life. Next slide. Right. So purpose is something, it's not just individual purpose alone. Even if you look at the corporates, when the corporates, there is a purpose for any corporate. Why a particular company, a particular business exists, there is a purpose. So many things we learn from the corporate. So strategic planning is one such thing where they do in a very, very detailed and structured way. So I'm just trying to bring that context of when you do the strategic planning for a company, there is a purpose which you need to look at it, which is mission. What is our purpose? What do we do? That is the company's question and they need to answer. So if your mission is not clear, then what you do is not going to be beneficial. So same thing is true for the individual. So we need to understand our mission, our purpose in life. Then based on that, we can come out with our own vision, which is basically what is that we want to achieve, what is that we want to do in future. So it has to be in line with our purpose in life. So then, of course, you can set the strategic perspectives, what performance, what is the measure, and then you can do the strategic themes and results, which is basically your goals. You can set your goals, your wheel of life, basically look at various themes. The themes is nothing but your wheel of life. So there are so many dimensions for you. In each wheel of life, what is the goals you are going to achieve? And then in each wheel of life, what is your objectives? And then you set out strategic map to achieve whatever the objective you set or goal you set. And then you measure how whether you are going towards that goal or not. How do you steer properly? So basically, you can map the strategic planning process of the corporate to your individual strategic planning, which starts with mission or purpose in life. So when you have purpose, you don't have time for negativity. So that's very, very, very important. If you are clear about your purpose in life, you will not unnecessarily indulge into all the negativity, all the gossip, all the unnecessary things in life. So how do you know if your mission in life is finished? If you are still alive, it is not finished. But let's move on. So why purpose? I think at one level it is very obvious. If you know what's your purpose, then you live your life very nicely, very smoothly, very enthusiastically. Living on purpose feels alive, clear, and authentic. Purpose offers definite emotional and psychological benefits. In fact, there is a study, research done that the people with purpose, they live longer and happier. So the purpose is also called ikigai in Japanese thing. Of course, we have an ikigai expert. We will briefly talk about ikigai, which is nothing but the life's purpose at one level. Protect against heart disease. This is again, they really research, prevents Alzheimer's disease. If you know your purpose, you can handle pain better. because in life everything comes, the pain and pleasure comes. You can handle the pain as well better. Purpose leads to better relationships as well. There is a retirement effect. This is very, very important to understand. People who are working in regular corporate jobs, if they retire within 1 year of retirement, they are absolutely vulnerable. They can really get into trouble. They can really get into psychological issues, and sometimes people really die early. That is because the people with corporate job, they don't have any other purpose except, not all of them, some of them, except just doing what is there in the job, right? So after the retirement, they don't know what to do. They don't know what is the purpose of life. What do I do? That routine is gone, and they are really vulnerable for getting into trouble. So that's important to find the purpose of life much in advance, and work is just work for earning your living. But the purpose of your life can be completely different. So living with purpose promotes resilience. It also allows you to get into flow. Basically, when you do something, you are absorbed completely in that activity. So for example, when you're in sports or cooking or reading or hiking or whatever the activity, what you do, when you are completely in the flow where you don't know what else is happening, you are 100% in it. So that means you are in, what is your life purpose, and you are satisfying your life's purpose. So that is one indication that you know what is your life purpose, and what you are doing is life purpose. Moving on. Yes. So this is Ikigai. I think most of you would have heard about it. So there was a study in 2009 in Japan, and they found clearly that the people with a sense of purpose, which is called Ikigai in Japanese, they tend to live longer, and also it has other benefits which we just talked about. So what is Ikigai? So there is something you always love, right? What you love. There are four big circles. First one is what you love. The next one is what you are good at, left side. And then the bottom is what you can be paid for. And the right side, what the world needs. So these are the four things. Four of them not necessarily meet. Each one can be completely independent and separate. So what you love and what you are good at, that is what is passion. So passion is very, very important for finding your purpose. So you should really focus on that. What do you love and what you are good at? So that intersection is the passion. What you are good at and what you are paid for is your profession. So that means you really know whatever you are good at, you are doing that. That is your profession. What you are paid for and what the world needs, that is vocation. So there is a difference between vocation and profession. Profession is something you really love to do, and you are doing it, and you are also getting paid under what the world wants. But vocation is something you not necessarily you may not love it, but you have to do it because you are getting paid, and the world also needs that, right? And then what you love and what the world needs, that is your mission. So the passion and mission are very, very important for you to find the purpose. But if you are looking at only the intersection of one or two or three of these circles, that is not going to help. All four has to come together. That is the center one, which is called Ikigai. So that is the purpose. It's not easy to find, but if you find your Ikigai or your purpose in life, then whatever you do will be very easy, very simple, very likable. So that's what we need to find, and let's try to find in this session itself. Moving on. So how to identify the purpose? So one way is to look at your wheel of life, and in each dimension, look at what you really like, what is meaningful and satisfying. It can the purpose you can find in your work. For example, if you have a meaningful and satisfying work, that may be part of your purpose. So if you are really responsible for your family and friends, and you enjoy that, and you see flow in it, that could be your purpose. So The spirituality or religious beliefs could also be giving you the purpose. Or you look at all aspects, which is the wheel of life, and then you will be able to identify where you really become one with whatever you are doing. So also it will help if you ask, who am I, where do I belong, when do I feel fulfilled? So when I do what, or when I think about what, I really am fulfilled. So if you look at from your wheel of life and see what you do, and then you can identify which is your purpose of life. So this is one way of identifying. So we will see going forward how to do it. So typically you will think of what is purpose of my life. Whenever something goes wrong, particularly, that is the time you really think about it. During times of transition or crisis is the time you start thinking about, oh, what the hell is this? Why am I here? What's the purpose of my life? But you can also consciously think about it. That is what we are doing right now. And you can do it once in a while so that you are always aligning all your activities, tricks. So this is when normally there is a question which comes up, what's the purpose of life? So this is the secret to a fully alive life, to reframe our life questions over and over, which is also consciously ask this question, like, what's the purpose of my life? Moving on. Okay, so some of the examples here. So my purpose is to lift your spirit and to move and motivate you. So that's purpose of Mavis Staples. The purpose of human life is to serve and to show compassion and the will to help others. So that is Albert. Dalai Lama says our prime purpose in this life is to help others, and if you can't help them, at least don't hurt them. What a profound purpose. The purpose of our lives is to be happy. Ultimately, that's what it is. So my purpose in life is to be happy and to let others be happy. So let's find some such purpose for each one of us. As I said, each one's purpose is very unique. Moving on. Okay, so there is a formula for finding your purpose. Can you believe it? So here it is. So purpose equal to your values, your passions, your gifts or talents, and giving to others, giving to the society. So P equal to V plus P plus 2G. G is gifts and giving, right? So you have to find what are your values. Your values will really give you the guidance on what's your purpose, and what are your passions or your interests, and your gifts and talents, and then the giving attitude. So this is the formula. So let's look at each component. Moving on. Okay, values. I think most of us can identify what are our primary values. Some of the sample values are here. Please note down what are your values. You will know top 3 or 5 values you can write down. So some of the sample values: ambition, leadership, connection, loyalty, creativity, nature, freedom, peace, friendship, pleasure, generosity, security, growth, stability, independence, wealth, inspiration, wisdom. So these are some of the sample of the values. You have so many values. For example, my values, the acronym for my values is RIGHTS. The first letter of each value: respect, integrity, grace, honesty, tenacity, and simplicity. These are my values. So I simply remember that as RIGHTS, RIGHTS. So you could write your values. What are your values? What you really love, respect, and follow your values. Please write them down. That will give you some clue on what's your purpose in life. So your purpose in life will be in line with your values. So moving on. Right. So values we saw. Now the gifts. What are your talents or gifts? So utilize your natural gifts. I think each one of us are given our own natural gifts and talents. So serve others. Create a flow moment. So when you do some things, you really know 100% you are there. You are light and you are fully into it, and you don't see any pain, and you really enjoy doing it. So those are all the indications for identifying your gifts or your talents, and that is what is your purpose of life as well.
Selva,
Right.
please mute yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I muted. It's okay. Then you can discover your passions. What do I care about most in the world? Whom do I want to help the most? When do I feel most engaged with when I'm doing? How would I use a gift of $1 million if it has been given to me, or if I want to give it away? Try free flow journaling. So that will help you to identify really, that really helps. Personally, I have seen that, noting down some of your, thoughts on what is my purpose, it really helps you. There is a repeating theme when you are repeatedly keep writing, you can see the pattern emerging. Your career also can give a clue on what's your purpose in life. What are your gifts? So what am I good at? What do I love to do? So these are all some of the things which will really help you identifying your gifts and talents, which in turn will allow you to reframe or frame your purpose. Moving on. Giving. So the 2G, one is gifts, another is giving. So giving is very, very important. It's not sufficient for you to just get it. You have to give. The giving has the happiness component. So of course we all give. It is not that we don't give. Only thing is whether we can give it consciously. So the giving is not always giving means immediately people think that it is giving money, not necessary at all. So you can give your presence, your listening, prayer, time, work, knowledge, and other things. And of course, money also, if you want to give, you can give, right? So Khalil Gibran says, you give but little when you give of your possessions. It is when you give of yourself that you truly give. For what are your possessions but things you keep on God for fear you may need them tomorrow. So basically giving yourself to the world, to the universe is the real giving. Moving on. So giving makes us feel happy. Giving is good for our health. That is, these are all the research findings. Giving promotes cooperation and social connection. Giving evokes gratitude. And giving is contagious. When you give, the people around you give, and then they in turn influence other people whom they are dealing with. So giving is very, very contagious. Moving on. So passion. So passion is a very powerful feeling, an extreme interest or wish for doing something, a powerful emotion or its expression, something that you are strongly interested in and enjoy. So this is very, very critical for you to find your purpose in life. So what is your passion? Let's look at it. So it depends on, okay, let's also understand what is the difference between passion and goal. Passion is how you choose to live your life. Passion is about the process of what you are doing, process of living your life. Whereas goal is something you aim to achieve. Goal is about outcomes. Passion is about the process of living. Moving on. Okay. So how do you identify, how do you work on the passion? So intention is most important for your anything, particularly for your passion. And then attention, you put attention, whatever your intention, put attention on that, and then continue to do without no tension. That's really the flow of life. So intention, when you are clear what you want, will show up in your life, and only to the extent that you are clear. So basically you have to have clarity on what is that you want, what is the passion you have, and then it automatically comes and materializes or manifests. The results will always match your true intentions. So you may think that the result is not as per my expectation, but subconsciously your intention may be different from what you. So the results always match your intention. So it's very important to find out what is your true intention, true passion, and then you could give attention to that. Then you live with no tension. Next slide. So attention. So once you know what is your intention, what is your liking, what is your gifts, what is your talent, then put attention on that. Because just because you have talents, just because you have good intention, just because you have passion, if you don't put attention on that, you may drift and you may get into something else. So it's very important to put attention on those aspects. So what you put your attention on grows stronger in your life. Conscious attention is a habit which can be formed. You can choose successful habits, which we are doing in UMM, of course. So take time to review some success habits, take time to review top passions of yours, take responsibility in everything what you are doing. Daily prayer, meditation, and exercise. These are all some of the successful success habits. Getting adequate rest, that's very, very important. Some people underestimate the importance of this. Eating healthy food, charity, speaking positively, very important. The word is power. So what you speak, how you speak matters a lot. It affects your conscious and unconscious and subconscious mind. It affects others as well. And important to uplift others. Moving on. No tension. So once you have the good intention and put attention on that, then automatically you do the things what is required. You don't need to be worried too much. You don't need to put too much of effort. You can really easily flow through the life. Whenever you are faced with a choice, decision, or an opportunity, choose in favor of your passions. So that's very important. So make use of all the situations and opportunities to enhance your passion so that you do everything nicely and smoothly and with a peak performance. Moving on. So these are some of the examples of passion. You can write your passions. Having fun in everything I do, spending lots of quality time with my family, enjoy perfect health with lots of energy, stamina, and vitality, living in beautiful home in which I feel completely at peace, working in a nurturing environment with lots of plants and light, being of service to massive number of people, being a multimillionaire, speaking to large groups. So these are some of the examples of passion. So the passion depends on your gifts, your talents, your interests. So you can write down those passions. Okay, so if you have your notebook and pen, you can just answer these questions. It will probably give you some clue on what is your passion. I'm excited about my life and turned on by the things I get to do each day. So you can score, are you really at 10 or 0? 0 is lowest and 10 is highest. So this will give you, if your score all is higher level, then you know that you already know your passion. That is good. If not, if the score is less, then you need to really identify what is your real passion. So second question, others comment on how happy I am and what fun it is to be around me. So how do you score this? Is it 5, 6, 10? The third question is, not question, the third point is, I don't get upset or thrown off track when unexpected situation and circumstances arise. So basically, how do you behave when the unexpected situation comes in? So you can score yourself where you are. I'm very clear about the top 5 passions in my life, those things that matter most to me. I make decisions based on what will help me live my passions most fully. Your decisions should align with your passions. Are you doing that on a regular basis? In that case, put I score. I spend my days doing things I love, surrounded by people I love. So this is another important point. So do you do things you like, or you are forced to do something you don't like? Whether you live with the people, you are meeting with the people who are really good, who love, or the other way around. Life is clear for me. I have a clear sense of direction in my life. So this points just score that will give some sense of where you are. You can also list the 10 of your passions, at least 10, order them, then identify the top 5 passions, and then focus on these 5 passions. So once you have these passions, once you know what are your gifts and talents, once you know the values, from this you can arrive at what is the purpose. Yeah, Sakshi, 60 out of 70. Good, very good. I think you know your passion, so you can easily define your purpose in life. So purpose versus goal. Purpose helps in creating goals, whereas goals get to serve our purpose. So it is not the other way around. So purpose, once you define purpose, it helps you to create goals in life and achieve them. And goals should serve the purpose, not the other way around. Check if the goals are aligned to the purpose. If not, check and review the goals again. So you don't change the purpose, you have to change the goals if it is not aligned, or you are not able to achieve, or you are finding difficulty in achieving your goals. So now write your purpose statement. So with all this information, with this formula, purpose equal to values plus passion plus gifts, talents plus giving attitude. So with this, please write your purpose statement. Yeah, it is the same thing. Yeah. Right, so we are at the end of the presentation. We can have a discussion. We can have question and answer. Some of you could share your passions, your purpose. I think ultimately what you are aiming at is accurately defining what is the purpose of each one of us. So if you could please write down and also ask questions or have discussions, let's do that. So I think you can unmute, Naina, they can unmute on themselves, right? So you can please unmute and
Yes, you can unmute yourselves, right?
yeah, okay, thank you.
Thank you,
Some
Rama
of-
sir. It was a wonderful presentation, very clear, very crisp, and very strategic. So, no, I don't have anything to ask. I'm just bringing out people from the audience. Come on, let's ask. Rama sir, if you really want to know your purpose, then Rama sir is your person. So, please do share, come up, ask questions, share your inner thoughts, and let's have a very healthy discussion.
Right, thank you, Razia. In fact, many of you have already written the passions in detail in the group. So you can share that, and you can also form the purpose statement. So for example, Prashantini, she is working in IT, but her passion is on healthcare. So she wants to do, yesterday, I think in her presentation, she clearly mentioned that she wants to be in healthcare, right? So do you want to talk about it, Prashantini?
No, sir, I'm in the healthcare company, but I'm moving on to a learning academy. So I think my passion is more towards making a learning process simpler. So I'm transitioning to a meta learning coach, and whatever be the subject that and then whoever be the target customer or the clients that I'm looking at, I want to make their learning process simple and easy. So that is kind of where I'm getting to. Probably I have to rephrase and define it in that way.
Okay. So basically your purpose is to really get into this kind of knowledge dissemination, teaching, or helping
Yes.
others. Yeah. So you can
Train.
accordingly frame it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are the values you are able to list out your values, which has to be value, and your goals also should be aligned to your purpose.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking that the way, I mean, the whole concept around meta learning coach is it's most of the times we spend time on what to learn, but not how to learn. So we don't, I mean, it is also about self-reflection. It's also about the awareness journey and doing introspection on ourselves, and also the way we approach the learning materials, the kind of memory techniques we apply, the kind of approaches that we do, the best practices we do around the learning practices. So it's more of a research or experimentation topic for me also, and that's why I'm not able to elaborate it in detail. But I think to the student community and to all the even the corporates or anybody who's kind of in the continuous learning journey, I think all of us we are all continuous learners. We believe in upskilling ourselves in whatever possible ways we can. And how do I be a value add contributor? By making that process simple, giving them all the tips and techniques, and making that whole process enjoyable. So that's
yeah, sure. I think main thing is you validate whether whatever you are moving towards is in tune with your values and your passion and your gifts. So that's the exercise you can do and state your purpose as well. Yeah.
Sure, sir. I mean, the whole flow that you had given today, the formula. I mean, the formula was very interesting. So yes, I mean, they're all in bits and pieces. Right from my college days, I've always had compliments from my friends that I make during the semesters. We all do group studies, and I usually do the coaching part. And there's a good demand for all the notes that I take and all the the tips and tricks I give them. But for a long time, as a regular going to engineering college and then getting into an IT industry and then spending a decade or more on regular job roles that we get into, I got into that cycle myself. But now I realize maybe I can do something closer to what I'm passionate about. And every time I come on board and talk to people, I do corporate trainings, freelance corporate trainings these days. So when I do that, or when I go to schools and colleges and talk on meta learning, I feel so light, I feel so purpose filled. So that's how I realized that is where I belong. But I really have to work around putting them all together and coming up with a statement.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you for your sharing. And you can make use of this time to really make it very clear the purpose of your life.
Yeah.
Sakshi, do you want to talk about your purpose? You have written it there. You can talk as well, please.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Like Shanti, my actual career is different from what I've realized of lately, which is giving me satisfaction. I suppose I written a long message yesterday about my passions and my purpose, which was a homework kind of thing given few days back. So yesterday I removed some time, I introspected and wrote down in detail. So I suppose everyone knows by now that by profession, I'm a fashion designer, dress designer, and I'm working on a freelance basis. So I enjoy that. to express my creative part of
Sakshi, we are not able to hear properly.
that to do. Eros' long pending dream of using my knowledge. My knowledge in the sense I've done my ECE, early childhood education, human development specialization, way back during my college days. So, but then I switched over. I took this career of designing. But then I was always passionate about it, and I gave my fullest during that time. So I said, let me, and then experience of raising a child and my interest as well. I've read a lot about it. So as of now, then during this lockdown period of 7-8 months, I penned down all my thoughts, all my knowledge, all my experience, and I did a lot of research also on net. So as I mentioned yesterday, I have read. I started with one book, then I realized, no, one book should be this comprehensive book about everything connected to children, all the topics that these parents, when they go to this book, they don't, you don't have to look further, you don't have to look anywhere else. So almost everything is covered, other than any particular special child requirement, which I've not delved into. And then this second book, which I started, is all about experiences, small incidents where parents can use those incidents. So, okay, why am I talking about this is that I got my purpose during this lockdown period, that why not, share what you know, what you have, what you are compassionate about. Designing will no doubt go on, because that brings my bread and butter to the table. But yes, beside that, I have decided that I'll remove some time, if not daily, but on a weekly basis, to utilize all this, what I've gained over a period of time, and pen it down and then publish it. Even if, yeah, I'm not very clear on this aspect, Rama sir, but then even if I might not get any monetary gain out of it, because a lot of people told me that unless you are a established publisher, established writer, maybe if you have churned out 5 to 6 books, you're not going to really get anything out of it financially. But I said that's okay. The satisfaction, the immense sense of accomplishment, what I'm getting out of it is mind-blowing, it's immeasurable. So I'm okay with it. But yeah, as of now, my purpose is this, to publish both the books and bring out best in these books, and serve the society by helping all these parents who are first time parents, because nowadays everybody has single child, and they don't have that hands-on experience because of nuclear families or for whatever reason. So this book can be that go-to book for all these parents. Beside that, yeah, I'm also into social
Yes,
service.
Sakshi, do you have any question?
No, that's okay. She's describing her purpose. So
Yeah.
that's great, Sakshi, that if you are channelizing your talent and your passion, the monetary benefit also will come automatically. So initially you may not see. I think you are in the right direction in terms of whatever you are doing, creative design, as well as writing books. So that's beautiful. I think your purpose, the way you mentioned, you can little bit fine tune. I think it is clear, and whatever you do it in that direction.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Also, what I suggest, don't wait for perfection.
Yes.
Just release the first book. If you
Yes.
want an upgrade, go for the second one. But
Right.
Okay.
release the
Okay.
first one. Like we have Jagdish who will vouch for it. You can
Yeah.
always
No, in
come up
fact-
with version 2.
So in fact,
Yeah.
now that you told this, you are writing books on how to take care of the children for the parents. In fact, I am thinking of writing a book for the children, how to handle the parents.
Okay.
You both can tie up.
Yeah, you can answer the questions what Sakshi is written.
Yeah, sorry, what's the question, Sakshi?
No,
No, as
there was no question as such, sir. You just told me to speak up my
Yes,
purpose.
yes.
So your presentation was amazing, and I've noted down few points further to introspect on it. That what next I want to do after this. Thank you, sir. Amazing
Thank you.
presentation.
Thank you, Sakshi.
also note the presentation will be uploaded on Facebook. So just in case if you want to refer it again, it will be there in our group.
Yeah. So Samir sir, you have written your. We have some more time, Nayana.
Yeah, we are on 6:20, so we'll have 10 more
Oh.
minutes.
Okay, Samir sir, do you want to talk about your purpose?
Well, in fact, your presentation today, I think I'm going to watch it 3-4 times more to get more introspection about my thoughts. As of now, the purpose has been very general and standard, living a good life, being helpful, being mindful. But I think what I've heard and seen today, I think I'd have to dig deep more. But primarily what I'm aware of is to have positivity all around, be positive, be supportive, and keep on enhancing your spiritual growth, because that is very, very important. To align your mind more, move it away from material to the non-material things. I'm very clear on this part, but I think I need to study it more to come up with a good purpose. My latest purpose, I just realized it looking at your presentation, was that, see, at the age I am today, at the mid-age, I think there are many people in the world who leave themselves, and say, now the life is done, now what to do, another 10, 15, 20 years left. But the new insight which I've gotten, you start living after the age of 50, because this is where you have lived certain aspects of emotions and ups and downs that now you actually start living, because the first 25 years of your life has been somebody's ruling your mind. So this is a new thing which has come in my mind, and very lately when I've been interacting with my age people, I started realizing that I've started giving value to their thought patterns. For instance, there's a person who said, "Yeah, now I'm 56. What to do? I'll everything give to my kids." So I said, "Then what will you do for next 40 years?" You said 40 years? I said, yes. Who told you you're going to die at 70? You might die till 100. So think of your life for next 40 years now. So I think it started making sense. And first I have to walk the talk. I'll walk the talk first, and then I'll come up with I'll come up with a more profound purpose now.
Thank you.
Mindful purpose. Mindful.
Yes. Yeah. As you rightly said, at the middle age, at 50, there are so much of experience you have and so much clarity in life. I think you can do a lot more. The purpose in your life can be much more better going forward as well for most of the people. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And it's
Ravi.
not necessary that spirituality is the only way to go. There are so many people, their work itself is a greatest passion and greatest purpose in life. For example, all the scientists and the technologists, they really achieve their purpose in life through the work. So like that, anything can be a purpose making. Sorry, Mr. Vadayam, you are talking. Yeah, please go on.
This is Ravi. Yeah, my
Yeah,
other
Ravi.
name is yeah. Thank you so
Oh,
much,
okay.
Ravan, for the morning session. 5 a.m. It was wonderful, and we are continuing here. I like your the voice was up also observing, and the presentation was so nice, and we could pick up so many points. Uh, about me, I want my purpose. I think it's mentoring and creating young leaders. So I have been doing that in the corporate with TVS Sundarapasas. I retired recently in June. I was supposed to continue there as consultant, but the COVID thing ended all my these things. But still, I could find connect, and it is very fortunate that I joined the 5 club and connect with people like Prashantini and contribute. It was always there in my lines. I was given the mentoring role in my company, and for Mr. Shamir Kapoor brought out a very nice point about the age factor. I want to tell you from my experience that I have worked with many Japanese consultants in my corporate career, and we have this Professor Washio. He's from Japan. He has been given the individual Deming medal. You might be knowing Deming Prize, very coveted one. And he has been given the prize for as an individual. Now, TVS chairman, Mr. Srinivasan has got it, but the first person to be awarded an individual Deming medal for propagating TQM thought is Mr. Professor Washio, and he is 92. He is 92. So the agility and the way he talks, the clarity in his mind in our interactions, that is something amazing. So definitely, I thought watching him, the career never ends, and it's a real beginning. And fortunately, I got connected. Though even though I couldn't continue in my company, which I now had a very wider circle, and I can contribute. And with your presentation and the interactions with ultimate mastermind team, I think I'm trying to uh, uh, formulate my formula, and your presentation was very nice. And the other thing is, I have the tool also, I have the gift also. I can not a book, but I do write articles or stories which are very much like so I can write, and we have a plan actually. We have a plan to write a book along with Prashanthini. So that will come later. But somehow my tool is writing. Okay, my gift is writing, and I can do both in English and Tamil very well. I want to create fun and keep the tempo and keep the readers engaged. That's what I want to do. I can do that. I can make nice presentations and interesting presentations. That way, I impart knowledge. Either it is technical or I'm passionate about nature, and I'm a bird watcher, and I am developing children. I'm giving them presentations. So I think I'm beginning to find my purpose. Okay, revised purpose after retirement. That it is a very fantastic opportunity to be among with this, and I will continue. Thank you. We will
Thank
get
you.
in touch with you.
Sure,
Namaskar.
sure,
Thank
sure.
you.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah,
In fact,
wonderful.
one, yeah. So another way of identifying your purpose is also to look at what happened in your life so far. So you can note down all your key happenings in your life, and then see what is the pattern, what's happening, then you can arrive at your purpose. For example, I have I have put my life events like this. I'm just sharing one screen. Just have a look at it. See. So my high and low points, how my life went from various years. So this gives some clue on what you are doing, what is working, what is not working, what has happened so far. So I just noted down what are the various things and then plotted in a graph. Right? You can do this also.
Very exhaustive.
Yeah, we will
It gives
get there.
it gives some clarity in your life and what you want to do in rest of your life.
Just I want to add one thing, Ramadan.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the one thing about passion is you have to be very careful. See, I have experienced this because in my entire career and this thing, I was too much involved. I'm also very passionate about my profession, the technology. So I spent too much time in my career, in my work, and I forgot my family. Okay, so I didn't spend. I was a kind of a go-to man for the crisis. They reposed of faith, and I also loved it. I flew to many countries, US, Moscow, Russia, for solving many problems. But what happens is when you have to be careful also. Passion cannot become your obsession. So the right amount of planning was not there, and I got too much involved in certain things, and I don't know what I'm passionate. I'm passionate about everything. I read, I write, I history, Tamil, and so many things. Sometimes what happens is you tend to forget your purpose. So these kind of sessions are very important to get the guy a right amount of putting the compass right. Okay, so you cannot be doing so many things at a time. I was the most wanted person, at the same time I gave up my family, my financial investments and all those things. So this kind of what you say, learning is very much necessary.
That's where we are learning about the wheel of life as well. Yesterday, Prashantini talked so nicely about the wheel of life.
Yeah,
When you are passionate, you cannot just ignore the other dimensions of
yes.
wheel of life. So we have to make sure that we have to balance that as well. Yeah, you brought a very valid point. Yeah.
Yeah, we had Selva Kumar. Selva Kumar, you had to ask something. Yes. I've never heard him speaking so much. Yes, go ahead, Selva. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. So actually, I have been working I'm actually searching for what's my real passion, what I'm good at, what I'm going to be in after next 10 years or so. So I'm trying to find my passion. What's my real purpose of my life? So I have to go to this today's presentation was amazing. I have to read it for 3 to 4 times, then only somehow I will use it.
Yeah, sure. No, you, it is there inside you. It is only that, not easy to bring it out. You can go through the presentation. You can also have a discussion with some other people. You are welcome to have a discussion with me as well. So during the discussion, it could come out. Yes.
I'm thinking what I'm not sure what's my real purpose. So as I'm working right now, I'm fully committed to my work. I'm doing good. So, but I'm thinking that's what I will find out.
Yeah. For example, Sakshi's case, she's a designer, creative designer. She also has the passion for writing. Right. Yeah. So she's doing both. So you can find out, Selva. Focus on that question. Ask those questions. Look at the values. Look at your talents. Look at your passion. Look at your surroundings. Look at your past life. What happened? I think with all those things, you should be able to figure out what's your purpose in life.
Yeah, and one more thing we can add in, Vichin, is you can also find your passion. Look at what you're doing when you're not working, when you're not doing your work, what you do. It can be as simple as sitting simply. So, sitting simply, you're thinking about stuff, or, making the bed, who knows, drinking a car. So write that down, start writing what I do when I'm not working, and then you'll get out a whole list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and another tip is, I think, when you feel low, I'm referring back to the shipwreck slide, Rama sir. So that I have personally experienced that. I think when you're in your least low, when you're very depressed, or when you even in the crossroads in your career, maybe you did not get a promotion, or your boss is not being very respectful of you, things like that. Then you think of an alternative. Your mind goes to something, and that's your strong passion. You will naturally incline to that. So for me, every time when I'm in low, I find a book, or I find a certification course, and then I learn, and then I go to volunteer myself to do some training session. So, and that is how I realized maybe that is keeping me happy. That is what is making me feel relaxed, and I kind of naturally went that road. So when you are low, when something is upsetting you, like Razia ma'am said, you sit simply, but then your mind thinks of something, and that something will be your passion point.
Selva, I was in the same zone. Even I was lost, and even I didn't know what is my passion. Then somebody also told me, what is that one thing you can do even somebody wakes you up in the middle of the night? And another thing is, suppose the whole universe is devastated, okay? There's nothing in the universe. And then you wake up in the morning one day, or probably you're in another country. You wake up and then you decide, what will give me bread? What will give me food? What are you going to do that will going to give you food? That is your passion.
And
I
can I
know
take
it doesn't take I mean, it gets a little heavy at times, but think over it. It will come to you. So don't take too much of thing.
and
Just
can I
sit
take
down.
2 more minutes?
Yes, sir. Just 1 minute.
Yeah. Okay, well, then I will say it tomorrow.
No, no, no. Says 20 seconds lost.
Okay, it's okay. It is. I
No,
will
no,
take about
say.
3. No, just I want to tell my life journey. As you said, it happens to everybody, the anxiety part. Even though I was a passionate mentor and bringing, transforming lives of many youngsters. So I got into some kind of problem, which is not really my fault, but a system fault. But I took the responsibility as the head of the department. I was so devastated, they had so much faith on me, but some problem happened in my department. That is total systemic failure. It is not, but as a this thing, as a process we find, okay. So somebody was under me was responsible, and I took it very harsh, severely. So I couldn't see my top management who had so much faith upon us, and ultimately I went into mild kind of depression. What takes we are talking about serotonin and all those things a lot, but I know because I have experienced. I know it is a cycle. It is a cycle. You are depressed. The remedy is to do meditation or go for walks and these things. But since you are depressed, you don't do that. Since you don't do that, you go into again another depression, vicious circle. So I got into it. People never believed me because, but I went through that agony, and ultimately I had to take some mild medication. But the thing is, we are talking so much about serotonin. But what I did was I was given a long leave, and I did all my recalibration and did all the learnings, readings. At the serotonin, we are talking so much about that. It is recorded in very picogram level in my body. What happens is if we are anxious and if we are in a depressed state, the brain actually releases serotonin, but it is not taken by the body. It is not taken. So it is taken back. It is called reuptake. There is a scientific medical term for that. It is called reuptake of serotonin. So this is very dangerous. The brain releases, but the body is not absorbing. You further go into the cycle of depression. So this is very bad. So they give tablet, but the tablets, the dosage is not optimum for the body. What happens is that tablet can induce worst side effects, and you get into a kind of what do you say? You get into the habit forming. So you cannot do away with the tablet once you get into that. Okay. Whenever there is a mild problem, we have to attack that and come away. I didn't do that. I was again focusing intensely on my work and all those things, and that was a very. But my top management was very supportive. They understood and they relieved me, gave me leave and did counseling and everything. They supported me. I was very transparent and told them, and they understood and did everything. But the thing is, you have to quit the medication. That's very difficult. Once you get into it, the side effects are so bad, so bad. Okay, I was given a very mild dose. Even for that, you experience something like you experience some illusions, as well as you experience some kind of smell that comes. The brain, the medication, when it is not natural, it reduces something in your brain, and the wrong activation is happening. And some smell kind of, I had a very, some sensations come. I read and about all those things, and the doctor was really not really there. There is one thing called tapering out. You have to reduce the medication and you can come to normal. But if it doesn't suit you, it will become very, very dangerous. But the doctor was not really. It is a very mild case. Even then, I was resting, but doctor was not there. But I took a decision. I read a lot and uh, reduced my this thing, and I was totally away. And my organization, they changed my role, and I mean encouraged me to do more of mentoring, which I was not doing for the past 3 years. And it is, my point is that we have to be very careful. We have to be.
Yeah.
This is a scientific thing which I learned. We are talking about serotonin so much. It is so much important. Just wanted to
All
share my
right.
experience.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the share,
So
sir.
I hope
Yeah.
Selva Kumar got some idea now.
Yeah. Actually, thank you,
Yeah,
Naina.
never give up. Never give up. See, you have to focus.
So
Be
what we are
positive.
saying is, even if you go down, don't worry. It is
Don't
a
worry.
phase.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
will
yeah,
come
it's a
back
phase.
again. So go have a right circle of people. Yeah, that is why you're in
Yeah,
mastermind.
as Hindu ma'am says, universe has a way. We don't know. We are very small. We don't know. Universe has its own plans. So leave it to the universe, and it will heal. It will find us. See, I was thinking that I was at
Ravi
fault,
sir,
and it's
okay.
not so. Thank you.
We will have one-to-one here. All right.
Thank
Is
you.
there anybody in the room who has any questions related to purpose?
Actually, thank you,
Let's-
Naina, ma'am. Because if you didn't call me for the video, I wouldn't come out. So this 5 minutes talk really helped me. Thank you.
Good.
Yes.
So
I would remind everyone, have one-on-one connect with everyone in the team.
Yeah, please
Everyone in the
connect
team.
one-to-one with everyone. And when you're doing one-to-one, please listen and talk both ways. Because I remember I did one-to-one with somebody. I know everything about that person. But that person did not ask me right questions. And then he said, I don't know, Naina. Okay, so when you're talking one-to-one, understand both the ways and try to make notes and try to ask questions related to that. So that will also help. Now I can see Jagdish. Jagdish, you have to come on video or ask some question. Robin left to work already?
No, Naina, I'm here, but
He's
I'm still figuring out what is my passion. So
Okay, then you're
give me
in
some
right
more time.
direction. Then you're in right direction. Jagdish, I'm so sure there's a little ahead because we have an Ikigai champion here. So please make use of him, okay? At least he has cracked the code of Ikigai. So we have to make use of him. So still, if we are struggling with the purpose, I think at least we can hold on to him and ask him. You want to give something in your nuggets regarding to purpose?
Yeah, it was a great presentation Rama sir gave. So go through it once again because all the details are in it. Write down the questions and answers. Please take some time and answer those questions. Why? Because it takes time to to deep dive into ourselves. These are and also thing is I want to meditate. Close your eyes and meditate and count 100 to 1, 100, 99, 98. And while counting 98, 100 to 1 back reverse direction, think of your flow states. Like when you are in the flow state, like time just passed by, 2 hours, 3 hours. You don't know the time and what you are doing in that flow state. So if you got those flow states, means you got your purpose. So when you meditate and you can find those flow states, means you see, for example, when I watch cricket, I don't know the time. Or when I do something like when I so involved in my work, I never care about the time. It just time flews. So find out those flow states. If you find those flow states, then you can have your purpose there. So there are some, and in the four quadrants, slide is most important slide. You have to go through it. That 4 quadrant slide. What you love most. What are the things you like, and these are the fourth quadrant state is where you have to go through and deep dive into that 4th quadrant slide. That is that's where we have to find the purpose there. This only. So this is the whole concept of Ikigai, and so guys, please write down these questions and answers. If you jot down those answers, means you'll definitely find your Ikigai. So write down those things. What are you good at, and what you love, and what can be paid for. First, concentrate on these 2 slides. What are you good at, and what you love. What you love. When you concentrate on these 2 slides, you can be monetized. These things can be monetized easily nowadays because of digital medium. These things can be monetized easily. Whatever, if you are good at gardening can also be monetized. If you are good at drawing, oil painting, or some other thing, or crafts, even simple paper crafts, everything can be monetized today in today's world. Don't worry about monetization. First, find out your good areas. Then monetization comes easily. So that's it. Thank you, guys. You can reach out to me anytime. You can reach out to me. I can help you out in one-on-one. If you're stuck at anywhere, I can definitely help you out there. Thank you, guys.
Yes. Thank you, Jagdish. We will ask Santosh to arrange one session from your side, so that we have the neat, our base is that is a foundation. So only on this purpose, the entire wheel of life will be placed. So we'll take time. Shakti, I think she is on the way in transit or something. And Leena ma'am, how come you're not on video today? All right, Prashantini, I think you're almost there. So just in case you get stuck. Leena ma'am, all well? Okay,
Muted.
you're on mute.
Muted.
I said I'm just digesting all the things.
Okay. Then we are in right direction. If it goes above the head, it is little problem. If it is getting little settled, then we are almost in right direction. I would like to say, even if you have a passion for watching the birds, okay, that is also a very good way of monetizing. Just that you need to equip yourself how to click picture. So you watch the bird, you click picture, come back, do your research, put it on your social media or anyone. We'll have people who will come and talk to you.
I can help.
Yes, I'm telling you.
I have to see the presentation again and again. 2-3 times.
I think everybody says they have to see at least multiple times.
And
so
I thought this presentation was so clear, like everyone will be ready with the purpose. At least we didn't undergo this presentation. We had some other presentation. So it took time for me, at least. So
no, I know, like Jagdish said, I think each question and each point requires some time to reflect and meditate on that, so that you get proper. So it requires long time. I think maybe 2 hours session may be a good thing to really get that workshop kind of thing. But anyway, you can use this trigger.
We need a workshop kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Also, we can share the Ikigai soft copy of the book. Please do not circulate outside the group. It is only for us. I will share the Ikigai book.
How many days we have to for this task?
Next week onwards, the new task will start. So
this week you have to complete the passion
week.
And purpose this week. Yeah.
Okay, so I will share the Ikigai book if you get some information on that. And then once you read it, then if you have any query, then we have Jagdish. Right? Kunenji is here. Kunenji, I think he's hopping the Zoom here and there. I think we should allow them to speak also sometimes. They're like, what are these guys doing in the Zoom?
Yeah.
All right. So is there anything else? Yeah. Once we go forward, please don't forget what we have done 2 days ago. Okay. Check out all the homeworks and take one clear notebook and have fun also. Sometimes when you're meeting in the personal meetings, like when you do achievers or sunrisers meeting, have some kind of a fun, share some good jokes and, keep it lively.
So I would like to say another thing also, that whatever you are learning here, try to put everything into your project life. Okay, not only the wheel of life. So for example, look at my project life. So including the purpose, you can put it into the wheel of life, sorry, the project life. See, this is your wheel of life, typical each dimension, right? So beyond that, I've written my goals, then experiences as the end goals, growth, contribution, unrealistic goal, one unrealistic goal, habits, my vision, my core values, breakthrough improvements, empowering beliefs, disempowering beliefs, what makes me to come alive, what are the skills I love, and what I can do for the world, how do I measure my goals, what are the books I'm reading, SWOT analysis, what are my strength, weakness, opportunity, threats, risk and mitigation, right? So, and purpose also, of course, purpose and passion I'll add. So my suggestion is use the same project life PPT what you have and include everything, whatever we are going through. For example, Professor Umar asked passions. So whatever you listed out, put that 10 passions into one slide. So today we are talking about purpose. So once you identify the purpose, put it there, one statement, which can be modified later on. Right now, whatever the form and shape, you put it. Right. So that's my suggestion. Please put whatever is happening here, the key points, put it in your slide, the same project life slide.
Rama sir, can you share this presentation?
Yes, I can share. Yeah, I'll share my project life. Yeah.
Yes.
Project
Thank
life
you.
PPT. I'll send you. Yeah.
All right. Suja has not spoken. Suja, we would like to hear from you, please.
Yeah, so I'm also thinking about my purpose. I'm a little bit confused, So I have to come out. This is really hard. Like, you can tell like passion, number of things, but it's really hard to pick which one is ours, Is there any way to find out? And I also want to know, like, Rama sir, like, put his graph, right? What did he use for the graph? Like, is there any?
Excellence. See what happens, Suja, when you are in the routine life on a day-to-day basis, just goes on mechanical life every day, just goes on and on, you will not be able to do it. It requires some kind of
pause,
time to dedicate and calm and meditative time. Then you can bring out from your thing. So the main thing is you have to have that environment, that situation for you to sit and reflect on this. So that's all you need. Maybe you can sit with somebody who can really create that environment for you to calm down and think and bring out those points. So you can do that. I'm open. Maybe we can have one session where we can talk about it. So main thing is creating that environment.
Yeah. I'm also trying to find out, but I have multiple purposes. Like, I want to choose, like, so it's really hard for me. And, but the way you told, like, we can find out from our past experience, like, that found me a little bit interesting, So how can we?
I just use the XLS. That's all.
Oh, okay.
We will get there. I think we have that in goal setting. Right?
Oh, okay.
We have that in goal setting. It's a second
Yeah,
chapter.
so everybody is telling in like, very like, easily, like, it's really hard for me, like, to find out my passions, purpose. It needs more time for me. That's what, I was thinking. I don't know, probably like, people have more time.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Give your time. Give
Yeah.
yourself some time.
Yeah,
You're
it's not the
understanding
time,
the
it is the
process.
quality. It's the quality of the time, not the time itself.
Right.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Yeah, we'll make a meeting and see.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, then. So we are almost reaching 7 o'clock, which is 8:30 in India. I think we have spoken to everyone in the room, Hannah. All right. So
Yeah,
usually
Robin wanted to say something, I think.
Robin.
No, sir. No, I mean, I just spoke to. I know what I said is that I need some time to actually reflect. Also, like a quick thing, like what is a good time for a one-to-one, like for you with you, sir?
Yeah, you can message me. We will fix some time. There are no issues.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, please do one-to-one. Even if you have done one-to-one, don't hesitate to not go and ask and do one more one-to-one.
Yeah.
So going forward, you can do several one-to-one, nothing like that.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so let's have a quick laughter session because I think we are all a little bit stressed out. As Ravi sir was saying, the serotonin is not settling down in the body, but I have a hack for it. So I'm sure you all would be knowing, but let me just repeat for this purpose.
Naina, do you want to stop the recording or it's okay?
Oh yeah, yes.